weet het niet. Ik kan gewoon klikken, toch?
Nee, dat hoor je.
Dat hoor je?
Ja, dat hoor je heel erg op die meid.
Oké. Teams, wij zijn zover. Ben, ben je klaar?
Ja, toch?
Oké. Mark is klaar ervoor?
Ik kan niet klikken.
Hè?
Ik kan niet klikken.
Als je klikt, dan hoor jij het op je nog. Je kan beter aparte fotoshoot doen of tussendoor of als even niks zeggen.
Ja, precies. Ja.
Oké. Ja? Dan gaan we eerst een interview met jou doen. Dan ben jij klaar. En dan schieten we snel foto's, doen we nog wat in.
Okay. Start out with the interview first.
Yeah, run rubber, baby.
Oké. Ja.
Ja?
Even een klikje voor het geluid. Voor jou.
Oké. En Rolf, ben je eruit? Ja. Oké. En we kunnen beginnen.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you guys for doing this interview with us. So first question, how did you guys start it out?
I guess collectively as a group, yeah, we started out in high school, pretty much. We weren't even a group yet, we were just some friends getting up, after class. We stumbled on one another in like '84, and we all stumbled on one another having interest for hip-hop music in '84. And it started from there, either in my house or Dave's house, or another friend's house I used to be a part of one time. But that's pretty much where it started.
Okay, so you guys been out to Europe a couple of times now. So what's the word on Europe from where you guys at?
What's the word on Europe? I mean, in the beginning, it was something that was just like unknown to a lot of artists. When we first started, probably just us, a lot of Def Jam artists, Chuck and Run DMC, and Gangstar, just a few handpicked artists would come out here who had maybe a big scene out here. A lot of the other ones didn't really come as much. But now Europe is the place to be. Everybody wants to come out here and be a part of it and check the scene and know the artists and perform and all that. So it's important. It's an important factor in the industry now.
Cool. So, question for you. What do you think of the current state of hip hop? Many are saying it's like on the decline, but some say it's just changing. So what's your impression about it?
I mean, definitely changing. It may not necessarily change for the better level overall for a positive movement of hip hop, but I mean it's definitely changed and it's benefited a lot of people either way. There's a lot of things even as us as a group we can turn around and be like, oh, this is not good music, or these artists aren't putting out whole albums, but it's a lot of still excellent things that we're blessed to be a part of. So I mean, overall, it could use a lot more creativity, and people could put, like a lot of the artists that make great songs. I think that's what the mentality is for them. We come from an era of trying to make a great album, which would have great songs. I mean, I think a lot of people realize, or a lot of groups unfortunately feel like, you know what, let me try to make this hit, so let me make sure, like, okay, I got this great song, and let me get this other rapper to rhyme on it, so this one song can be what it needs to be. And then that's the era we live in now, so people will download from iTunes or whatever, one song, and it won't take the whole album, so hopefully that can change.
So, with that kind of stuff so big these days, do you think that there's still room for hip hop? I mean, where are the raps going right now?
I mean, I can't really say where it's going. It's just where it's at. It's business for the most part. It provides, economic lifestyle for a lot of people. Big or small. Some people are just being able to quietly, comfortably pay their bills, and a lot of people have been able to get really rich. And like Pops was saying, it doesn't have anything to do with the artistic value. So where it's going, hopefully it's going into a balance of business and art, because for a long time I could say from our era. I think we maybe introduced the first idea of following up on your business, but then there's been artists who come after us to now set up like big corporations and become moguls and stuff like that, where we just maybe at the time just focused on the intricacies of our contract to make sure we didn't get robbed for publishing or just being fair in what we should get and what the record company should get based on what they're investing in. You know, where you have people even come in and put up their own money and created their own terms and conditions, you know. So the business definitely have grown nicely. Just the art just needs to balance out.
So you guys been in the scene for quite some while now. What has been the peak moment of your music career so far? The peak moment.
The peak moment?
Yeah.
The beginning.
Yeah.
That was the peak.
Okay, the beginning.
89. Everything went high. Bye.
Or maybe it's still coming.
No. Honestly, I guess say out of being like what we call virgins to the business at the time, you know, coming in so innocent and dealing with a level of success that we all really couldn't believe. And I think, you know, I could speak for EPMD on the same note. I could speak maybe for Special Ed on the same note. Tribe, Jungle, we were all introduced to this as kids. So it was like partying like rock stars at the age of 17, 18, and 19, you know, when it was really like still kind of brand new. Not that many rappers. Wasn't an oversaturated thing. We had way more fans than we had people in the business, you know. Now everywhere you go, everybody's in the game. Everybody's on the guest list.
Guess it, right? You must have seen some pretty crazy stuff on stage.
Oh yeah.
So what are some
On
of your
stage too.
on stage too? So what are some of your favorite moments, like good, bad, or just odds? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many. One time I remember we were doing a show in somewhere I know it's in Europe, but I want to say specifically Germany. I just remember we were about to get on stage and get to across this catwalk to get on stage, and like we was in this gigantic warehouse, and everyone was screaming so hard that for like 3 seconds I didn't realize they were screaming for us. Like, who the hell are they screaming for? But they're all looking at us. So I thought that was just incredible. That something that we did in our basement led to this. So that was just, to me, that was amazing.
Yeah, that was odd. I mean, another time that was odd was being in Germany somewhere and kids laying down in front of the tour bus, you know, not really wanting us to leave. They had so much fun. I mean, we had so much fun, you know. I mean, those days was definitely being excited about, you know, everything that was going on and the impact, you know. And I think even at that time we had got good. At that time we had got a lot better at performing. So we was excited with all of that, you know.
So you guys been working on the new album, right?
Yeah.
So what can we expect from the new album?
Hot shit.
I mean, you know, it's hard to put an expectation. It's going to be De La music, of course.
Yeah.
We don't ever really go into the project and say, this is our plan, this is who we're going to have on the record, this is how it's going to sound. So it's all guided by how we feel and what the music speaks to us. So, you know, right now, it sounds pretty good. I mean, I think we're trying some cool things. I think for the most part, the challenge, I guess, in this album is, you know, producers, you know, finding people who are finding music that we can really enjoy and build on. You know, we've taken the back seat of producing our own albums for maybe like the past 4 albums now. But we do every now and then, you know, produce some songs here and there. But I think the challenge on this album has probably been finding the music to actually get to work on. But we got like maybe 3 songs right now that we're working on, and it feels good. It feels good.
So any collaboration with producers, artists?
At this point in time, no, not really.
You know, but
No.